Hello, this is Robert Dailey with Dailey Woodworks, and it has been a while since I've done a trailer tour video, so I'm going to show you my trailer and where I'm at on kind of the continuing design change of my trailer. I kind of just improve things as I have time, and it has gone through many different versions, so you can check those out on my YouTube channel. But here is the current layout. But it is a 612 tandem axle trailer. Let me get the outside real quick. Tandem axle. I pull it with a 2013 F-150 EcoBoost. It's a great engine. It pulls like a champ. As soon as you walk in, I have my equipment garage. We'll start at the bottom and work our way to the top. In here I have push broom, 5-foot clamps, some drywall sanders, pry bars, paint sticks, big long stuff. This is a 6-foot garage. It's primarily designed to hold my Paulk total station, which I have out right now. It's set up, and I need to put it away, and I also have some of these multi-function slabs. If you need a lightweight portable workbench that gives you some ease and easy setup, if you don't have a trailer to haul around everything, that's a great thing to do. Then I have sawhorses, other sawhorses. These are my favorite sawhorses. These are the Dewalt Stanley Fat Max adjustable height sawhorses. You can see they've been painted quite a few times, but even though they're my favorite, they don't really hold up very well. These are extremely durable. These are Cobalt from Lowe's. I have my plywood panel hoist. This thing's like $4 or $4 or $5, but it is very nice. Extension cords all rolled up right here, easy to go. Of course, my main extension cord is right here, but we'll get to that in a second. So we're still looking at the garage for the Paulk total station. Can't say good enough things about that. I love that thing. Here's artwork for my children. Up here is my miter saw. I have the old model rigid 10-inch dual bevel compound sliding miter saw. I really like this guy. It's been great. The fence has warped a little bit, and so I actually have this plywood, 1/2-inch birch plywood shimmed out, and then that's to get my fence straight so I have good square cuts. Found out about that being off doing crown molding and assuming that everything was right. It was fun redoing that. Moving up, see all my clamp storage. I just use the rafters supporting the ceiling to clamp all my clamps onto that, and they hold on. I have a few different lengths and always have enough. These are my favorite for hold downs. These are the micro jig Dovetail clamps. Very useful clamps, very versatile. You'll notice that there are no bungees, hold downs, anything on my miter saw. It is, here, let me get my hand on here so I can pick it up. It just sits here. This little lip right here holds it in. Had some fancy little guys right there, but the corner sliding around didn't work. But that just sits there and it does not fall. It has never fallen, and it just sits there. As we move forward, I have my charging station. See, I got paint splatter on my drill. That's unfortunate. Drills go here. I'm missing my impact driver and other stuff. You'll see the different colors are I salvaged materials from a lot of different stuff. These are actually old church pews that are particle board that I made this out of and just painted them white. I have 2 chargers. All my batteries go here. Up top is my tool organizer and divider. I can move these where I need to, basically once I get it set. Don't need to have everything labeled. And sanders, I have, this is kind of an empty overflow, and that needs to get labeled. That's metal shears that I never use. Nail guns, all my different nail guns go here. This was just kind of, I adapted what I had in place, and really I should redo it a little bit better. Multi-tool, I have the rigid Job Max multi-tool. It's kind of cool because it has these different heads that you can do for different things. It's one of those things, it can do a lot of different things, not any of them particularly great, but it's very useful to just be able to pop on a jigsaw head and have a cordless jigsaw and a right angle driver. Shop vac, trash can lives in the trailer. And now we're going to back up to my favorite part. This is my table saw. It's the rigid, it's orange. I didn't realize most of my stuff is orange. I've had really good luck with most of the rigid tools I've had, and I generally like them, and I really like the table saw. It's extremely accurate, it's plenty powerful for job site use. It's accurate enough for me to do cabinets with. It's not as nice as my $2,000 Grizzly, but it's still pretty cool. Now let me show you the best part of it. Notice there are no clamps, no bungees, no anything. Down here, you see this little cleat. That cleat is what holds the table saw in place. So when I'm wanting to remove the table saw, I push it in, tilt it back, and the saw comes out. Look at that cleat right there, what holds it in place, and a little piece of trash. And this bar, it's hard to do holding the phone and the table saw, but maybe I can show you if I can get it all aligned right. There we go. That goes down. You see that bar will go under that. Here we go. Trying to throw this on the ground. I missed. There we go. Now, bar, you can see, holds under like that, and my table saw has never fallen with this setup. It's been great. Alright, moving forward. Vacuums. The nose of my trailer is the biggest pain in the butt. That's the angled V-Nose. It's great, gives that little extra space, but it's also very hard to organize because it's a triangle, not a square. I keep paint shields. This is just white duct tape with permanent marker. Everything's trying to label it, safety stuff. Keep some wood stains, some primer, polyurethane. I really need to clean this out. This is my paint supplies. Paint stir stick. I keep my frame squares here because they're too big to fit in a drawer. Paint screens. This is all my paint stuff minus brushes. Just a couple of rollers, roller covers, tools and brushes, different chemicals and sprays I might need. My ladders go here. These are one of the two things I actually have bungeed, and then I have a step stool that's out where I'm using my tool station. I have these little giant style ladders, the big one and the little one, and this is pretty much the only ladders I ever need, and I do have some scaffolding that's in storage. Canvases right there, heat gun goes there because it doesn't fit anywhere else. This is a microwave I picked up during a remodel. It's nice to have a hot lunch. Keep all my brushes right here, that way after I clean them, I can just hang them up and let them dry. See, that one is just kind of my scrub brush right now, so I keep a couple of nice ones for cutting in, a softer one for like a smoother finish on stuff. That's for polys, and that's just for like primer that I don't care what happens to it. Here I keep samples of trim and molding, and I actually bought all of it where it comes from, and so I can show this to the customer, have all the details I need for it to pick out trim packages. This is my electrical tools. I do almost no electrical, especially not getting paid for it, but I have enough that way I can tie off some wires, test an outlet, make sure something's off if I have to touch it, and before I have an electrician come in. This is my nail gun nails that fell out. Alright, now we're backing out of the trailer. You can see that's built up a little bit. But these are the Ron Paulk style drawers and drawer banks. Everything's sized to hold these Dewalt Deep Pro organizers. I really like these guys. That one got some chemicals spilled on it. But it's very easy to organize. Have all your stuff right there. You can label what goes where. I used the design where I notched it out to hold a screw. However, this particle board is crumbling. It's actually a miracle it's lasted this long. I'm really surprised with it, mainly probably just because I'm an awesome carpenter who builds stuff even with great stuff, even with particle board. But it's holding up, it's falling apart. Eventually I'm going to redo this, and I'm going to make basically more of the smaller drawers and then have more drawers and do multiples of the smaller. Right now everything is either the top shelf or these smalls, and then these are 5 inches deep or can be a multiple thereof. So now, because the latches I made quit working and I got tired picking stuff up, I have barrel bolts, pins, pencils. Can't go anywhere, can't be a mobile cabinet maker without your Craig tools. They are essential. Here are my router bits right there. Caulk and sealant right there. Staples, and I install a lot of doors, so I just basically needs to get organized, but this is kind of my junk drawer. But normally I just have this full of shims, that way if I go install a door it's right there, but I'm going to reorganize it, kind of make it my door installation kit. Here's the same thing, is driver bits. I basically hot glued dividers, so I've got all, it fell and I never reorganized it, but basically I had each bit in its own size. And then of course all my screws going down, framing nails. Same thing for my drill bits. I have drill bits, chisels, paint, masking tape, drywall tools if I need to do a little bit of drywall. I'm not a drywall guy, I'm pretty bad at it, so I try not to do it. Here are wrenches and pliers, not organized, but they're all in the same place, so I know where they're at. All my brad nails, finish nails, staples. This guy got knocked out one day and they spilled everywhere, but it was organized by size and kind. Hand saws, blades, all that. Reach in there, get your hand cut really good. Still working on that. Need to buy a lot of Kaizen foam. You can send me some if you want. Squares, tape measures. I had a chalk line in here, but my son absconded with it. Hammers, pry bars. Something you like. This little air shim guy is awesome when you're needing to hang a door, because you can get it perfect, hold the door open and in place, and then fine tune it really easy. I'm gonna put a link in the description for this one, because this one's a really good tool. And then this is another junk drawer. So I have a few junk drawers in here that I need to deal with, but this is kind of air chucks and extra power strips, stuff like that. My paint sprayer, I used to do mostly, the majority of my work used to be painting, but I've gotten away from it just because I got burned out with painting. My paint sprayer used to live right here and had it with me everywhere I go. Now I only take it if I know I'm going to use it. Magnets, magnet part tray, so I can pick up nails and stuff. Best part is this guy. This is a 100-foot 12-gauge extension cord into a power strip. You can see that guy's kind of getting tore up. Don't tell an electrician. Going into power strip, going into another power strip, going to lights, going to there. Everything's got power to it. So basically, I just unplug this guy whenever I'm ready to roll up, and unplug everything, roll it up. Plug it in. Same thing with the air hose. I've got 200 feet of air hose, so I can get in almost everybody's house from my trailer, and my air compressor is a 10-gallon, so it is big enough to run HVLP, even though it runs constantly. Got it right there, and of course it's bungee down. Underneath there I have my DIY track saws. There's a video I did a long time ago over that. You can see they've gotten kind of beat up, but they're still accurate. But DIY track saw, my regular circular saw goes on that. Those live there with a few other things. And yeah, that is the trailer as of August 2017. Oh, last thing with the cords and hoses, so that way, so I can shut the door while I'm on a job, is I notched out right here. That way there's room, that way I get a little bit of pressure on them, but not a lot. That way I can leave it plugged in and everything out overnight when I'm backed up to somebody's garage.